Hello YouTube. I decided I would make a video on how to fix a Stihl BG55, possibly others, leaf blower. This thing is a sweetheart, but it's been filling the cylinder full of fuel and the exhaust, so got to take a look at it. So what you're going to need for this is a T27 Torx, Phillips screwdriver, and an 8mm socket. So what you do is you start out with the Torx. You take off 1, 2, 3, and 4 Torx screws. That will remove your pull handle. Comes off. Set it aside. We got the whole motor here. You're going to need to take your spark plug out, which will require a spark plug wrench or a 3/4 inch wrench. You can remove your spark plug. Once that's out of the way, there are 1, 2, 3 screws to remove this handle. Once that's off, your throttle will be there. Throttle linkage will be here somewhere like this, connected to the carburetor. And you want to take off your air filter. There will be an 8mm nut here and here. Use your socket for those. Take those 8mm off. Now you are to the carburetor. So once you get the linkage off, right out of here, you can slide this carb off. You'll have to pull the 2 hoses out of the bottom, go to the fuel tank. Then you can just slide this little teeny carb right out of there. So what you have here is your priming bulb. This is, I'm guessing, the vacuum, and then this is your fuel supply. So that's these 2 hoses here. If you open this up, you can see this corrugated one goes down there to the fuel line and filter. So the problem with this is it would fill the cylinder completely full of gas. So flooded as in drain the whole tank right in the cylinder and then out the exhaust ports. So not that I was trying to start it and didn't have the choke on. Any of the other common problems that people will try and give you advice on. So the issue here is you take these 2 Phillips screws. Well, there'll be 4 screws on this. I've got 2 in here. Take these 4 Phillips screws out, and you can remove this little primer diaphragm. What that reveals in here is, let me see if I got a little tool. So what you have here is needle valve right there. This little rod is a rocker, and there's a spring underneath here. If you loosen this screw, this will pull out that needle valve. What you have in there is that little needle valve shuts off the fuel. Yeah, focus. So that rocker arm has a spring on there. The spring tilts it this way, pushes that plunger down in, and shuts the fuel from this coming in and flooding the cylinder. So take that Phillips screw right there out. That will relieve this bar. There's a spring under here. You can see it rocking. And then your needle valve will be underneath there. Make sure that needle valve is perfectly clean. We're talking surgically, not a speck of dirt. Just the smallest little ring around that will cause it to leak, and you'll fill your entire leaf blower full of fuel, and it won't start. And it'll probably rip the pull string out of your fingers when you go to pull it. So again, that was a BG55. I'm sure most of the Stihls have similar carb setups. Remember, you want that side, not this side. This side just has your reed in there. There's your butterfly. So side with the primer bulb, 4 screws, then that little bugger right there. Good luck.